Today we'll have a look at the 6-shooter, a 6-shot revolver. This is a modern copy which uses 22 long rifle. It has an extra cylinder, so you can also use 22 Magnum. Now when it comes, you will see here in the charging port, it has an orange protector in case somebody would get the idea to fire it without having a cartridge installed, something you should not do with a rimfire gun unless it has a protector. This one has. This here, when it's in this position, the hammer does not reach the firing pin and it will not fire. But if you fire it a lot with that device to protect it, you can actually damage it, they say. So, as a precaution against people who test dry fire it in the shop, they deliver it with this orange plastic here. So in order to use it, the first thing we have to do is to take that plastic off. And the way we do that is press this thing here and pull on this, like so. And then we have to free up the cylinder, open that, and we can pull it out to the side. And then take off the plastic and we put it back in. In with this. Close, like so. All right, now to use the gun, we need to charge it. And as you see, it's not lining up there. So to charge it, this hammer has position for charging. Let's go through the positions of the hammer. I'll turn this safety lock in the red fire position. This is a later addition. It was not on the original single action revolvers. So we put this in the fire position, and now you can see the different position. First click there is the old Colt safety position, which means that even if you hit this, it will not reach the firing pin and it will not fire. That was not a foolproof device, because if the gun fell on that, it could break through the click, hit the firing pin and fire. So therefore the recommendation is never carry the gun with a loaded chamber under this. This gun now has a second safety device, which is this one. So now there are two. But let's go to the next position instead. Now the next position there is the charging position, because now the cylinder rotates. The next, third position, has no relevance for the shooter, and the final one is the ready to fire position. If I pull the trigger here, it will fire. So I put the safety on here. Now let's get ready to charge it by putting it in first the cold position and then the charging position there. And now we put in, if we're going to carry it and we load only 5, then we do like this. We put in 1, we pass 1, and then we put in 4. Close it. Now we have to pull the hammer back. I put the safety on so we don't, if this safety is off and I drop the hammer by mistake, it will fire. So I put the safety on while I do this. I now pull the hammer back all the way to the 4th position, push the trigger and let it down slowly. There. And then I pull it to the cold position. There. and this one is on. So now there are two safeties, and it rotated, so there is an empty chamber underneath. So now it's safe to carry. All right, let's say it's time to shoot. Then you have to remove the safety, pull the hammer all the way back, and now you have a loaded chamber underneath, and you can pull the trigger. But don't put the finger inside the trigger guard until you're aiming at the target. So now to uncock it, since I'm not going to shoot here, I have to uncock it. And then I put this down for safety, pull this back, the trigger finger on, and let it down. Now it's on a loaded chamber, and I don't want that. So to get it back to where it should be, I now have to rotate it again. But I'm not going to shoot here now. I'm just going to show you how it works. So let's say we are done with this, and we need to unload it. We're going to store it, so we need to unload it. And then this here is the unloading lever. So we rotate it again, so we can see a chamber there, cartridge there, I mean. And then we push them out one by one. Actually, these ones fall out almost by themselves. Kind of loose. The cylinder is kind of loose. And let's say I want to shoot Windows, 22 Winchester Magnum. Then we have to change to the other cylinder. So I still have it there. And it's the same procedure, loading these bigger cartridges. One, skip one, 1, 2, 3, 4, close, sure safety is on, pull it back, push the trigger and let it down there, and then in the cold position. Now it's ready to carry. So, you want to see how it fires? When it's time to fire, you have to turn off this safety here to be able to, for the hammer to hit the firing pin. And then cock it all the way back to the 4th position, aim at the target, finger on trigger, and then since it's single action, you have to pull the hammer each time. And when you carry it with an empty chamber, you only have 5 shots, not 6.